This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello. What is up? Welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. I am Pete Fox, host of the Locked On Dodgers Postcast, instant reaction right here on the Dodgers YouTube channel, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007, which is like, is that 18 years? That's a long freaking time. I worked for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio together and apart. Well, just a week after blowing an opportunity for a sweep, they complete the sweep today against the Padres, who came in with their chest proud and bowed and leave with a whimper. That was nice to see. Today was sketchy. Yesterday, I did not get the opportunity to do the game because I was doing Locked On Chargers squad show as the Chargers played the Rams preseason action at SoFi. In case you missed that, and you're someone like me that, doesn't pay a ton of attention to preseason football, even when you're getting paid for it. That's just between me and you guys. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell the football nerds that I don't pay a lot of attention to preseason football, just enough to get by. Rams win that game. It was fun. Preseason football this season so far for the Chargers has been really good. They've made the games interesting. It hasn't been as boring as what you're used to with preseason football. So 23-22 yesterday. So I didn't get the chance to cover the Dodgers because they were right at the same time. Dodgers started a little bit later and finished after the Chargers Rams, but I couldn't have done both. But a comfortable cruise yesterday, 6-0, manufacturing runs, nothing quite that spectacular yesterday, but a shutout nonetheless. I look at that and I say the Dodgers got some breaks. They did what they needed to do, heads up baseball, and they get the win. And you say, that's not something that they've been fortunate enough to have happen to them lately through this streak after that blown win against the Jays a week ago, where they had the opportunity for the sweep and left 16 men on base and then get swept by the Angels, who, by the way, today are trying to not get swept by the A's. And that's another reason that Dodger fans were just hot under the collar after losing to the Angels, because the Angels are not a good team. Lost to the A's 10-3, then 7-3 after sweeping the Dodgers. And today it's tied at 5 in the 9th. So, that's the thing. If the Angels were like on a run and getting hot and like making a run at a playoff position, which they kind of are, but they're really on the outside looking in, I think we'd feel a lot different. But getting swept there and then turning right back around and sweeping the Padres, it's a great feeling. Yes, I agree with Joel. Bring out the brooms. It was a nice sweep. What is Nando saying here? Pete going to talk about Ohtani at some point. Yes, I will talk about Ohtani, but there's not a whole lot to say about Ohtani today. Today, we talk about the starting pitching, and we talk about Mookie Betts.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Mookie Betts, the game-winning RBI, a home run in the 8th. It was a 2-0 fastball up and just a little bit away, and he blasted it 394 feet for the game winner. This, after scoring 4 in the first and then doing nothing for 7 innings. They got a little something going in the 8th. Leadoff batter. No, that was on defense. Yeah, they had a little bit of action going in the 8th. I don't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head because I didn't write it in my notes, but we can go back and look at the box score. But in the bottom of the 8th, I'm sorry. Yeah, the home run came from Mookie in the 8th not the ninth, because they didn't even go to the ninth. I'm just all out of whack here. Sorry. Bottom of the eighth, Mookie Betts a home run to give the Dodgers a 5-4 lead and the game. After in the top of the eighth, giving up the lead just on some bad pitching. Diaz hits the leadoff batter. Second and third, one out. Then a 2-strike double from Laureano. Diaz gets pulled. Vesia comes in and gives up a fielder's choice. Weak hit ground ball to second, which leads to the run to tie the game. So he was able to get out of it and keep the game tied. And then Dodgers turn right around in the bottom of the eighth with the Mookie home run and grab the lead. That again, after a 7-inning drought, basically, or 6-inning drought, they were able to grab the lead at a clutch period of time, which is not something we've seen from them of late. It's kind of what we saw today. They put on a bunch of runs early in the game and then go to sleep for the rest of them, the middle portion, the middle innings of the game. So it was nice to see them, hold the game tied and then grab the lead back. And then Vesia came in for his 5th save of the year to get the win for the Dodgers. So that was all, a positive thing, good feelings to hold on in a game here that very easily could have slipped through their fingers. Like a week ago or less than a week ago, this would have been a game the Dodgers blew. And I think they found a little bit of momentum, a little bit of intensity, a little bit of frustration that we've heard about from Freddie and Mookie, and all of these guys have been talking about the frustration that has emanated from that loss against Toronto, where they thought, hey, we found our rhythm and we're going to, put the pedal to the metal to the finish line and win this Western Division comfortably. Then they turn around and get swept by the Angels and lose their lead in the West. And Padres were red hot, 5 in a row, sweeping the Giants. So, I mean, it's kind of a remarkable, really confidence building sweep for the Dodgers. It wasn't super sexy. The first inning was nice. 2 on, no outs. Will Smith flies out. He's been batting. He's kind of been in the toilet lately. It's worse than I thought. I know he's been coming back to earth, but 111 since August 4th. He really has been getting on base a fair amount, but those are all walks. He hasn't been hitting the ball very well at all. Then Freddie launches one to the pavilion, little down and in, similar to that game 1 World Series pitch that was a walk-off grand slam for the Dodgers. Same exact place. Fastball just right in his wheelhouse, right in his kitchen where he loves it. And he's also been kind of coming back to earth after getting hot at the end of July. Batting 170 since early August. I think the date they threw out was August 8th. So it's nice to see that from Freddie, his 15th home run of the season. Then shortly thereafter, Pajes golf one to left on a breaking ball, his 20th, his 16th consecutive at the Ravine, which is a Dodgers franchise record. That is really, really cool and surprising all at the same time. He's hit 16 home runs in a row. His last 16 home runs have all been at Dodger Stadium. He hasn't hit a home run on the road in a long time. And 16 home runs in a row at Dodger Stadium is a franchise record. So that made it 4-0. We thought we're rolling. We're going to put our foot on the throat. Game over. The Padres just kind of scratched and clawed and kept creeping their way back into this game. And they got it tied by the 8th inning. That's a good characteristic to have. It's not something the Dodgers have a whole lot of right now. But the fact is that they've guys like Luis Arraez, who had 2 doubles, 3 hits on the day, all on just bad pitches. That dude is amazing when it comes to putting bat to ball. I mean, it doesn't matter where it is. That double that he blooped over Freddie's head was just almost, he scraped it off the ground. And then the single for his 3rd hit of the day was just, as Oral put it, he goes, that ball is usually fouled off over by the dugout. The fact that he was able to get his hands inside and get it over second base into right field is just amazing. But Machado strikes out to end the game. 0 for 5. Tatis 1 for 5 with an RBI, but struck out 3 times, and Machado struck out 2 times. Merrill got pulled early. They still don't think he's 100% for whatever reason after rolling his ankle in game 1 of this series. He struck out both times up as well, and Xander Bogaerts was also 0-for. So the Dodger pitching staff, which we're going to get to here after the break, did a fantastic job of dealing with the heavy hitters on the Padres lineup, or in the Padres lineup. So 5-4 the final on a Mookie Betts home run in the 8th inning. Dodgers get the sweep. We will get to the day of TYLER Glasnow, which I thought was really good. Surprising that he didn't go farther in this game. We'll talk about that after the break, and we'll get to the turning point. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, where you find Travis Rogers Monday through Friday with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast, breaking down the Dodgers in depth. We give you post-game reaction and the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel with Travis Rogers gets in depth. So make sure you check that out Monday through Friday. It's your team every day right here on Locked On Sports. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy platform that lets you turn your football predictions into real rewards. Preseason is already heating up. It's in full swing. We're getting closer to the start of the season than we are the start of the preseason. Whether you've got your eye on big name quarterbacks or breakout running backs, Prize Picks makes it easy to get in the game. This is the time of year when you get those season-long predictions in, whether, the over and under on season wins or above and belows, I think is the way they refer to it on Prize Picks, or how many touchdowns or yards is your quarterback going to throw for, or your running back going to run for. Those are fun value bets, if you ask me, because they last all season long and you only make it one time. So if you throw 20 down on one of those bets, it lasts you the whole season. And it's a good feeling at the end of the season if you cash it. So head over to Prize Picks and check it out. You can use the app or the website and use the code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's LOCKEDONMLB, $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. Prize Picks, run your game. Today's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. All right, let's give you a different spin on sports wagering. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL preseason predictions. Whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is the moment to get those bets in. Who do you like for MVP? Who do you like for the champion? How many wins? As I just mentioned, all of those things right now is the time to get in on those bets. And, it can be frustrating if you have a bold prediction that you really like and you forget to make the wager. And then at the end of the season, it comes true. That's happened to me before. I'm like, damn it. Oh, the season's already underway and I forgot. So get in on it now. Visit FanDuel and their app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, plan your game and play your game with FanDuel. Use the app or go to their website. All right, Dodgers get a sweep, winning the series 5-4 today, the final over the Padres. They never trailed, which was nice after a 6-0 win yesterday. TYLER Glasnow goes 5. He strikes out 8, had the slider working good. But here's what was a little frustrating to me. At the end of his outing, he was kind of a little shaky. I was hoping for 6, and I was hoping for a little bit more dominance at the end. At the beginning of the game, he was just rolling guys. He struck out, what did he have? 2 in the first, I think. Maybe struck out the side in the first, I believe, which is one of my favorite things. That's always a good start to a game when the pitcher can come out and strike out the side. Let's see. Yeah, struck out Bogaerts. O'Hearn grounded out. Oh, that was the second. Sorry, where's the first? Why is this giving me all of this business? Yeah, struck out Machado. Arise doubled and then struck out Tatis. So no, he did. Okay, yeah. Merrill struck out, Machado struck out, and Tatis. The one thing that's weird about ESPN and the box score, when the game ends, they flip it upside down. So the way you've been reading it for the whole game gets turned upside down. And I'm like, wait, I hate that. Just leave it the way it was at the beginning. Stop flipping it upside down. Anyway, yeah. So he struck out the side in the first, and then in the second, Bogart struck out. So 4 strikeouts through 2. So he had it rolling early and had them completely off balance. They couldn't get anything going. And then Tatis doubled to right in the third, and Cronenworth scored to make it 4-1. Then we were good till the 5th inning when Laureano homered to right. That made it 4-2. And then we hung there for a little while. And then in the 6th inning, this is where things got a little shaky. Kasparius comes in to relieve Bonda to get out of that jam and got the strikeout looking, which was, a nice effort from him. Good stuff there. I mean, again, we were just teetering on the brink of disaster throughout this one because in the top of the 6th, Sheets doubled the lead off. Bogarts then strikes out. O'Hearn doubles to right to score Sheets. And now it's 4-3. And we hang there for a while until, of course, that fielder's choice in the 8th inning, Iglesias grounding out. I said it was second. He actually grounded out to short, which scored Bogarts and ties the game at 4. So the Dodgers just did exactly what they needed to do, especially from the bullpen. There were times when you maybe wished it was a little bit more dominant or not so teetering on the brink of disaster. Again, that's how I felt when Trinan was in there. He did get out of the jam, but he threw 23 pitches, only 1 K, and gave up a hit. Diaz only a third of an inning before he got the heave-ho. Vesia came in for an inning and 2/3, which was really nice to see. It had to be a confidence-building nod from Dave Roberts to Vesia because he's been shaky of late as well. 1 strikeout, 20 pitches to earn his 5th save of the year. Bonda went a third of an inning as well, and Kasparius 2/3 of an inning with just 9 pitches. So Glasnow gets the win. No, actually, Vesia gets the win. That's right, because the game was tied. Oh, this is a rough time of year for me when you're doing football and baseball, and you get into a rhythm with baseball, and they're like, oh, now start talking about football and talk about preseason football that kind of doesn't really matter all that much. Crypto Wizard says, Pete, can you promote gambling a little bit more, please? Listen, I just do what they tell me to do. I read what they want me to read. When it comes to that, I am Ron Burgundy. You put it on a piece of paper and I will read it most of the time, unless it's me saying I'm wearing a hat or some gloves that I'm not wearing, or saying that I play fantasy football when I don't. Those are the kind of things I don't do. I don't give you the fake testimonial. One thing you're going to get here, and some of you may not like it, honesty and truth. That's what I give you, right? If I am not paying attention to something, I will tell you, wasn't paying attention at that specific moment, and here's why. But today, I sadly did miss the Mookie home run. Caught the replay. Again, I had to leave the house and the TV to come in here to the studio to set things up, do my graphics and whatnot. So I missed the home run. But, that could be why he hit the home run, because there are times when I'm watching and bad things happen. So because I wasn't watching, home run, Dodgers win, all is well. Let's do this final thing, which I promised you.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Pretty obvious. I mean, I could have played player of the game and turning point right next to each other, but I had to string it out and make you think I was going to come up with something super creative. Wrong. Mookie Betts' home run in the 8th inning, turning point of the game. Without a doubt, a big home run for Mookie Betts, which the Dodgers needed. So you could say that was the most important part of the game. And a very close second was Vesia coming in the 9th to close the door and slam it in the Padres' face. Let me put my hand right in front of the camera. Take this, Padres. Fuck. That's how that felt. Good afternoon. Good night. See you later. Now, how does it go? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, really, honestly, Padre fans have to just kind of be going, are you kidding me? 5 in a row. We're rolling. The Dodgers are flailing out of control in the dumps. Their fans are absolutely just out of sorts. We go in there and lay an egg for 3 games in a row and get swept. they just have to be kind of like, give me a break. Dodger fans are, we're obviously stoked about the way this turned out, but I think maybe Dodger fans are a little kind of sheepishly surprised because maybe we didn't actually, deserve it the way that it happened. I used to work with a guy at ESPN, John Ireland, who does the Lakers play-by-play. And anytime I would say so-and-so didn't deserve that game, he'd be like, there's no deserving. Whoever wins, wins. Right? It doesn't matter who deserves it. It matters who wins. And he's absolutely right. Right? It doesn't matter if they deserved it or not. They earned it and they got it. And that's the most important thing. Right? It can't always be pretty. Today was a pretty nice win. It was shaky, as they have been of late. Yesterday, dominant. No doubts. That was a comfortable win. Sad that I didn't get to cover that one because that was a gritty victory for them yesterday. Because even though they won 6-0, it wasn't super pretty. 3-2 on Friday. Another nail biter. The Dodgers just keep winning these keep getting into these nail biter games and have been losing them. So when they get into these tight nail biter games like today ended up being, I think Dodger fans are, gripping, thinking, oh, this is going to go south. And the fact that it didn't is awesome. It builds confidence for the team. And that's huge, right? Look, we're not falling apart. It is not doomsday. We're fine. We just beat a team that has been chasing us down for over a month, and they caught us. So the Dodgers came into this game with no confidence at all. And they sweep the Padres, send them off down to San Diego or wherever they go next. I don't know. With their tail between their legs. That's just awesome, right? Such a good feeling. So 5-4 today. Dodgers right back at it tomorrow. Yep. On to the Mile High City to face the lowly Rockies, who come in with a 35-89 record. These type of series always scare me because the Dodgers right now feeling good about themselves, hopefully, after a big series win, series sweep over the Padres, heading off to face the lowly Rockies. They should absolutely hammer them. But sometimes they just leave it in the clubhouse or on the bus, and they don't beat teams like this, or they make it too close. So we'll see how it all goes. Yamamoto goes versus Kyle Freeland. First pitch, 5:40. We'll be here to break it down when it is over on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Wow, we've gone 22 minutes. Well, I had to do a little bit of yesterday's game and today's game. So, Crypto Wizard today says, second comment from him, I remember the Dodger fans disappearing like a fart in the wind when they were losing in 1995 through 2013. It's fair. It's fair. I mean, they did win a World Series in there. Let's not forget that, Crypto Wizard. You can say it was fake because the season was shortened, but let me ask you this question as we wrap up. In that shortened season of 2020 because of COVID-19, did all the other teams play more games than the Dodgers? Did all the other teams have the same opportunity to win as the Dodgers did? I think they did. So don't give me that crap that it's not real. Not that you said that. I'm not putting that on you. I know a lot of people have. And I've even contemplated it at times too. That's a whole other show. The Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. The place to hang out when every game is done. We appreciate you for allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening wherever you find your podcasts. And most importantly, thank you for the comments. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will talk again tomorrow. Take care.